Okay, this is the extra example number 1 from last time. I promised extra implicit differentiation questions, and this is the first of those. The question asked to find the tan line for x2 y to the third plus 2y equals 3x at 2, 1. So if you would like to do this question without my prompting, go ahead and pause this now. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this question, and we're going to look specifically at 2, 1. Now where this question differs from what we did last time is last time I didn't ever give you the y's. I had to make you find it. And we did those for the circle and the inverse parabola. So in this case, they gave us the x and the y, and you can confirm that if you choose, but in this case they're giving us the y as 1. So we don't have to go back and find what the original y is in this equation over here. Okay? So instead, we can go right to the good stuff, which is solving for the slope, which means we're going to go ahead and find y prime. To find y prime, you need to use implicit differentiation. So I'm going to go ahead and find the derivative of the first piece. So that means I'm going to find the derivative of that guy. So when I find the derivative of that, I have to use product rule. So the first one is going to be 2x, and then to the first times y to the third. And then I didn't find the derivative of y, so I don't put y prime, plus, and then it's going to be x to the second, and then 3y to the second, and then I have to add y prime because I found the derivative of y. So then next up, I'm going to find the derivative of the 2y piece. So then that's going to be plus 2y prime, because the derivative of 2y is 2, and then I put y prime. And then the last piece is I'm going to go ahead and find the derivative of that last chunk, which is 3x, and that's easy, that's just 3. So now I'm ready to go ahead and isolate the y primes and bring everything over that's not y prime. So that's going to be, move the 2xy to the third over there. So 3x squared y squared plus 2. And those are the pieces that are times y prime. And that's 3 minus 2xy to the third. And then y prime is equal to 3 minus 2xy to the third all over 3x squared y squared plus 2. Now remember, we're looking for the tangent line. So implicit is great, but I actually need to put it in for the point 2, 1. So I can take both my 2 and my 1 and plug it into the slope. So it's going to be 3 minus 2 times 2 times 1 to the third over 3 times 2 to the second, 1 times to the second plus 2. I want to write plus. And then I'm going to plug in the value. So 2 times 2 is 4, times 1 is 4 still, so it's going to be 3 minus 4. And 2 times 2 is 4 down here, times 3 is 12, times 1 is still 12. So it looks like I end up with 3 minus 4, which is negative 1, and then 12 plus 2 over 14. So I have a slope of negative 1 over 14. So now I'm actually ready to write the tangent line, and I'm going to do that on the next slide. So m was negative 1 over 14, and remember we're dealing with the point 2, 1. So y minus 1 equals negative 1 over 14, x minus 2. So that's y equals negative 1/14 x plus 1/7. When you take 2 over 14 and reduce it, plus 1, which is 7/7. So that's going to be negative 1 over 14 x plus 8 over 7, and that is my y. And that is my tangent line.